Hello, my name is Arunoda. With this screencast, I'll show you how to test your media application with testing framework Laika. So this is the part one. Part one, I'll go through the basic concept of media testing and how you can test your application with Laika and a couple of examples, basic examples. In the part two, I'll focus on how you can test the sample application you created with the book microscope, how you can test that application's real scenario with Laika. All right. Okay, testing. So if you come to when it comes to the testing with Meteor, you can do unit testing or end-to-end testing. The unit testing, you can test individual component your application. So if you want to do unit testing, you can simply create a package and you can encapsulate your what are the files and other things we need unit test in that package, and you can do tiny tests. You can use tiny tests for that one. So I think you go through the tiny test in the book, and you know how to do that. But today I'm focusing on do the end-to-end testing. That means how you can test your application through from the client to the server and server to the client, and with all the stuffs, right? With that end-to-end testing, you can test auto subscriptions, publications, media methods, and permissions like allow and deny. Those kind of things you can test with this end-to-end testing. And we use a framework called Laika, and it's created by me. And the reason that we created Laika is because there is no such framework for Axis to do end-to-end testing very easily, right? With Laika, you'll test your real application. No mocking or stubbing will be used. You test your against your real application using real browsers, and then it's completely isolated. That means each test runs against a separate new instance of your application with a clean database. That means you don't need to clean, you can reset database each and every test, right? So automatically be done for you. And then you can run tests, you can create tests integrating with both client and the server, and you can test, you can write tests integrating multiple clients as well, right? So setting up the system is pretty simple. uh, you have to install npm and node.js and npm. I think you have already done that when you're using Meteor. You can install Meteor or my Meteorite depending on your development environment, and you have to install Phantom.js. We use Phantom.js as the browser client for our automating our clients. So you have to install Phantom.js. You can download from here. I'll attach this presentation with you, and you can always try the links. And you have to install MongoDB. The MongoDB, so Meteor comes with its own flavor of MongoDB, but I prefer uh, using external MongoDB, and we can add some couple of speed up techniques for that. And we need to make MongoDB pretty much faster because we are running against real application. Each and every app creating a new database, we need to run our MongoDB really fast. So there are a couple of guides I have added, and with that link you can go to that one and you can see what are the things you can do to speed up MongoDB, and it's pretty straightforward. You can do it, right? And then next thing is we need to install Laika. It's simple. You just say sudo npm install -g Laika, and Laika will be installed on your system. Right. Okay, then this demo time. Let's do some real application and real testing. All right. All right. Let me get my command line. Right. All right. Anyone go to my desktop. I'll create right slash desktop. So let me create a new media application. Say Marty create. Hello. Take some time. Let's see. All right. My application has been created. Go inside my application and say, right. Okay. All right. My application is running pretty well. Right. Now let's try to. Okay. Let's open my project. It's on open. It's on desktop and hello. Right. So I open my project to the text editor, and now I'm trying to run my test. So now I'm inside my project folder, and I simply run Laika. It will do some of the things and say blah 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 blah. All right, it gives me error because we haven't written any kind of test, right? So let's create our test. So in order to create test, you need to create a folder called test inside your inside your project, right? The any files you put inside to this test folder will be ignored by Meteor, so it won't include in client or server. So you can put nearly anything to this folder, right? And create a new file called, say, test post.js, right? This is my test file, but I need to do some, I need to test something, so I create a simple collection. I don't need this default code. I create a simple collection, say post, right, be new meteor dot collection and so on post, right? I create a simple collection. I create a couple of tests against this collection, right? Now I'm going back to my, so let's say whether this my app is running, right? All right, everything's works fine, cool. So I'm opening up my test file because I haven't done anything. So now let's create a test. Okay, so we need to first create asset module. We need to load our asset module because so it's required, because this is what you are trying to do. This is you are writing some kind of Node.js code here, not Meteor actually. So you have to load the asset module to make the sessions. And so first we need to create a test suite, and we say post, right, and a callback function. This is much more similar to the Mocha, if you have ever used Mocha with Node.js or client on the browser. And so actually we are using internally Mocha, so it's looks similar, right, with Mocha. Right now I create a suite. Now I'm trying to create a test. Here we're currently ltest. The test we are creating using the method called ltest and giving a name. So our first test will be trying to insert a document through the client and try to get it from the server. Whether it's going to the server, we're trying to test that one, right? All right, let's create a let's give it a name, server and client, right? I give the callback function. Now I can do done. This is the function that I call after the test has been completed, and then next one is the server and the client. This is the two special parameters as well. The server is the where you can evaluate server-side code using this server, and the client, the same like this one, you can evaluate code on the browser, the client, right? Okay, so let's see, things are going okay. So I didn't do anything, just simply, so not MRT, I need to say Laika, test. Okay, it is doing some things, and all right, okay, cool. So now let's create the real test here. So what I try to do is I'm observing, right? So okay, first of all, so if you want to evaluate something on the server, you just write it on this function server.eval. You just give it a callback function and put any code here. So let's say now I need to observe post, this observe post collection. The post is the collection we define on here. Fine, and say observe, okay, on when they added something added, right? I need to, so when something added, I need to send that document to the my test to get it compared with the what I have originally added, right? So how I'm doing is I just emitting with a name, let's say added, so you can put anything here and say doc. What I'm doing is once the server evaluate this function, right, once the new new document come to the server, it will be emitted that one to the my test. Now my test can see this document and do comparison and assertions, right? So what I'm doing is getting server dot on added and the function here like this. And so I'll write the code later on. So now let's evaluate something on the client. Eval, same as like this, same as like the server. So say post.insert simply, and say insert a new document called title hello. Now once I insert this one, it will go to my server, and it will be this added callback will be cool, and I'm sending that document to this one inside my test. Now I can see whether this is what I expected. Say asset dot equal. Alright, so I have to put the doc here, equal doc dot title should equals to hello. Right, and say done. Okay, let's see whether it's working or not. Okay, I'm trying like again to run my tests. Alright, oh, something goes wrong. No method equal assert module. Oh, cool, because I had done some terrible mistake here. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to load asset module. Right. Alright, I'm saying Laika again. Alright, my test has been run completely. So that means you can see once inserted, it's gone to the server and it will be right. You can simply console log here with the C is really happening. Alright. You can see this document is arising inside my test. Okay now. Alright. So now I've created a test integration with both server and client. Now let's create a test both integration with two clients instead of the server. Create the L test again, say two clients, function, done, server, and in this case I'm creating, instead of single client, I'm creating two clients called C1 and C2. And of course you can create as many as clients you need, C3, C4, and blah blah blah. But here I'm just creating two clients. Right, and then on my client C1, I'm evaluating, right, and I'm doing the exact same thing that I am in the server, post.find dot observe, and added, the document has been added, let's say doc, right. I'm sending it to my test case, say added doc like this, and I do something extra here. Right, after this inside this my client, this code has been evaluated, I just say emit return. So that means that all after this code has been evaluated, I just say to the test, okay, I just evaluate my code, I'm ready. Right, so I'm c1 dot on dot ready, so on dot return. Right, this is great, right? So what I'm doing is on the next client, our client C2, I just trying to evaluate something on that. So what I'm saying here is, alright, C2 please sub insert a post. Right, say title is hello title, something like this, hello title. It's the same thing as like this, because inserting, now instead of I'm observing on another client, right, and then after this one added, say c1 dot on added. Okay, let's do our session here. Okay, document, right, let's say asset dot equal document dot title should be equal to hello title, and done. Alright, what we're doing here is, okay, I'll keep going again. We have two clients here, C1 and C2. On the C1 I just add some code. I'm observing a method, I'm observing our collection, and then once so we just evaluate our code, it's come here, and then I'm just evaluating on is evaluating an insertion on another client C2, and if everything goes correctly, this one should be observed and it should be emitted to here, right? This is here you can see it simply. This is here I'm testing reactivity of Meteor. Right, let's run this my test again. All right, let's see. Okay, right. So there's an error in my on the two clients thing. The client represents error. I can't find a variable post. Okay, right, there is no variables like this. It should be posts, right? Should be post. Yeah, my bad. Right, something like this. Right now it's kind of work because I just misspelled something like maybe, right? That's why it's caused error. Right, same thing like this because you have see the error handling also available on the Laika. Here, let's try the error handling on the server. Okay, I just give it something like that 1 2 3 because there is now something like this. I just run Laika. All right. Alright, there's an error. Let's say, yeah, the post 1112 is not defined. Should be. Right. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, everything works fine. Right. So I'm going to create two tests here. I think it's completely straightforward. In the next section, in the part 2, I'll go through how to create real life scenario with our example application microscope. Thank you.